And now, all new music, new artists, and your up-and-coming favorites with Gary J in the afternoon on your independent label station, GJRB.
Who will lend a hand to their fellow man? Who will show the love of Christ? Who will take some time, spread a little sunshine? Who will show the love of Christ? Who will be his hands? Who will be his feet to a world that's lost and in so much need? Who will reach their town, go where the lost are found? Who will show the love of Christ? Go to a nursing home where people are all alone. Who will show the love of Christ? Who will be his hands? Who will be his feet to a world that's lost and in so much need? It should be you. It should be me, taking the church out on the street. Who will lend a hand to the fellow man? Who will show the love of Christ?
You're the God of creation, of every nation, every color, tongue, and tribe. You're the Alpha and Omega, and you have given every breath that's alive. Yes, we come here to adore you, Lord, we bow down before you, singing praise and adoration. You're the God of every nation.
GJRB Online on Spreaker across America. Gary J. Russell with you and Michael J. Martin. God of every nation from a number of years back. And of course, before that, Revenant, one of the first emerging artists we've ever played here on GJRB Online with Go Where the Lost Are Found. And hello everyone, hello everywhere across the nation, around the world, from our GJRB Spreaker studios just above the Lion Shopping District in Clinton, Iowa. It's time for Gary J in the afternoon. Music, news, weather on the 5, sports page, all that good stuff. We'll even talk with you a little bit about what you want to talk about in news and entertainment, sports, and all that good stuff. And we do a lot of good stuff like that, so you might want to check out some of the good stuff we got here. Got a lot of really good stuff and music in the afternoon on a Wednesday, and yesterday we were going to be on the air. Monday we were going to be on the air, but I was just not ready. Just all that is, but we're ready today. We got some great music, so stay with me here on GJRB Online. Here's some of the songs that we have coming up on our GJRB playlist. Check some of these out. I got some really good ones, I'm telling you. So check these all out. They're just incredibly fabulous. You might like some of these. Really good stuff. So I hope you'll keep it here on GJRB. Here's some of the songs we got coming up this hour, yeah. Including a remake of an Elvis Presley song by a guy named Ronnie G.
If you wanna be loved.
Yeah, it's called
For no one-sided love.
One-Sided Love. You better be good coming up. Also coming up, one of the new ones we debuted this on upcoming called Time. A guy named Frank Tidwell. I like this one. It's fabulous. Stop Time. Stop Time. And we got a lot of that, plus your favorite music and new emerging artists all the time here on GJRB Online to give your artist the thrill of hearing their song heard by the best of them on this station. We do it right here on GJRB Online, and of course, we bring you the best in musical entertainment all afternoon here on Gary J in the afternoon. Weather, news, sports page. We'll have 50-minute music hours. In the last hour, we do straight 50 minutes of non-stop music. It's all coming your way, so stay right by your internet radio, and we'll bring you all the best in music here on GJRB Online Network, here on Spreaker. Gary J in the afternoon, coming right up here on GJRB Online on Spreaker, GJRB Online Network.
Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.mewe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
The blues, the primary start to rock and roll music. The music in which artists express their feelings through music. This is a new blues show featuring the best of the blues. With
full 8-day forecast now on the redesigned WQ80.com. I'm meteorologist Eric Sorensen. Have a great day.
Currently the KSDR studio sits 46 degrees.
Spreaker FM 88.9.
A million miles of desert land, and I have learned to be free, and I have walked the shadowlands of Egypt, and I have learned to be free, and I have held the mane of untamed horses, and I have learned to be free, and I have walked on frozen free. And I have craved and walked away in the silence. And I have learned to be free. And I have looked into the face of injustice. And I have learned to be free. And I have known the price of love, given all I have for a moment's time with you. And I have died 1,000 times. And I have known the price of love, given all I have for a moment's time with you. And I have died 1,000 times. And
GJRB Online here on Spreaker. Heather Clark and The Price of Love. Good afternoon. Beautiful day here in Clinton, Iowa. Sunshine. We're going to get warmer temperatures. It's absolutely fabulous. 46 degrees on our Spreaker studios. Got some more great music coming your way. And boy, I'll tell you, I feel bad for our prayers go out to those people out south of us here around Nashville, Tennessee. For those terrible tornado they had on Tuesday. Wiped out a lot of devastation. Horrid devastation and a lot of people killed. We'll have a story coming up at the bottom of the hour, but we're going to keep an eye on those friends that are in Nashville and hope that we get things back together. Got some more great music. This is a new artist that we've been playing here on GJRB Online. This is Ronnie G with a remake of an old Elvis song, One-Sided Love Affair.
If you wanna be loved, oh baby, you gotta love me too. If you wanna be loved, baby, you gotta love me too. Oh yeah, 'cause I ain't for no one-sided love affair. If you wanna be kissed, well, you gotta kiss me too. Oh yeah, if you wanna be kissed, baby, you gotta kiss me too. Oh yeah, 'cause I ain't for no one-sided love affair. Well, a fair exchange bears no robbery, and the whole world will know that it's true. Understanding solve those problems, baby, that's what I'm telling you. If you wanna be hugged, well, you gotta hug me too. Oh yeah, if you wanna be hugged, baby, you gotta hug me too. Oh yeah, 'cause I ain't for no one-sided love affair. Well, a fair exchange bears no robbery, and the whole world will know that it's true. Understanding solve those problems, baby, that's what I'm telling you. If you wanna be loved, baby, you gotta love me too. Oh yeah, if you wanna be loved, baby, you gotta love me too. Oh yeah, 'cause I ain't for no one-sided love affair. 'Cause I ain't for no one-sided love affair. I ain't for no one-sided love affair.
GJRB Online on Spreaker across America. Please tell me the truth. And that is a Gary Younger, a group called Song Brother. You're on GJRB Online. I was talking to him the other day, and I was telling him, I think you need to make that song just a little bit longer. Put a guitar riff in it because it's absolutely fabulous tune. Has a really good stuff to it. Could be a major hit record because it's just a little bit of guitar to make it sound really good. Like about maybe 3.5 minutes. Be absolutely fabulous. Anyway, Gary J. Ruswood here on Spreaker across America, and the Gary J. in the Afternoon show here on GJRB Online. By the way, I have a brand new song from him coming up. A brand new one. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be playing it for you a little later on. It's a brand new hit. It's called "Oh Country Doll." He said he talked to me Sunday. That's going to be the going hit off the album. So we're gonna promote it a little bit. So "Oh Country Doll" coming up next hour here on GJRB Online. So check that out. That'd be absolutely fabby. Because I'll tell you what, his music is great. We got some good stuff coming up there. We got some more music. Got some of your favorites, John Cougar Mellencamp coming around. Ben Osan, he has a song on our charts. That's right. We've been playing it for a while. And, of course, Keith Brooks and a whole lot more coming your way here. Gary J. in the Afternoon on GJRB Online. And that's where we play news, weather on the 5 sports page, classics, and a whole lot more all coming up next hour. And 15-minute music hours every hour, too. And that means complete rundown of some really good songs we play, plus weather on the 5s. It's just the way we do things here. And sorry about the other day. I'll tell you what, I'll talk about that coming up. We had a bit of an issue getting the show on the air this week. Time-wise, has not been working for me very well. I don't know why. Yesterday, we were kind of out there trying to get this show on the road here, and always something comes up, and just not ready over the past couple of days, and it got frustrating for me there for a while, but I think we're back on track.
Now, a nationwide weather update. This is GJRB's Weather on the 5.
Let's take a look at our weather on the 5s right now. It's like there's I don't know what they're calling this, the quasi-stationary front. The potent storm system is going to produce some widespread severe thunderstorms like they needed out in Tennessee and all that. Heavy rain across the southern U.S. Locally, heavy rain also may cause some flooding, and there will be renewed chances for some flooding over saturated areas. Meanwhile, another severe thunderstorm will be capable of producing heavy winds and a couple of tornadoes like they needed down south, but they've already been getting it. I mean, oh man, I'm telling you what, those tornadoes were like, wow. Don't know what it is about that, but they had pretty nasty twists down south, especially in Nashville. They had got hit really good by a lot of people. So we'll just be giving you that story coming up here on GJRB Sports. Wait, I don't know. Anyway, so we'll take a look at that coming up here on GJRB Online here on Spreaker across America. Thanks a lot for tuning in to the Gary J. in the Afternoon show here on GJRB Online. Thanks for tuning in. Always glad that we can talk to you a little bit, play some music, stuff like that, and bring you some really good and then new emerging artists as well, because I love playing the emerging artists. I believe that in playing the new sets that are coming into the GJRB Spreaker, and got a lot of them, and we're going to be playing a lot of them for you this afternoon. New music all the time here on GJRB Online. So while we get ready, while we get news update in there and more music coming your way. And from the GJRB News Desk, we have a story about that. It looks like the former New York mayor is pulled out of the elections. Rubio stated on Fox News that he has some advice for some of those guys some of his candidates who lost out on Super Tuesday. I think so, anyway.
It's not going to win. They don't want to vote for someone that they think doesn't have a chance to win. And so you can see the bottom fall out pretty quickly.
And we'll have that story. Plus, coronavirus. They're saying that no chance of you really catching it here if you're really careful. But the WHO stated that there's an emergency in supplies of medical supplies, a shortage of it. We'll have these stories and a whole lot more coming up close to the top of the hour or when news breaks, bottom of the top of the clock to keep you on top. GJRB Online News. I'm Gary J. Russin at the GJRB News Desk. Right. Yeah, you got Gary J. Russin with you here on Spreaker across America. You know the station. Yeah, right. Got a lot of great stuff coming up here on GJRB Online across the USA. Spreaker. John Cougar Mellencamp made a big hit out of this record. Cherry Bomb.
Well, I lived on the outskirts of town in an 8-room farmhouse, baby, with my brothers and friends around. There was always something doing. Had me a couple of real nice girlfriends, sat by to see me every once in a while. When I think back about those days, all I can do is sit and smile. That's when spoke was spoke, and grooving was grooving, and dancing with everything. We were young and we were improving, laughing, laughing with our friends. Holding hands meant something, baby. Outside the club, cherry bomb. Our hearts were really pumping. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
The winter days, they last forever.
But the weekends went by so quick. We're riding around this little country town. We were going nuts, girl, out in the state. One night, me with my big mouth. Couple guys had to put me in my place. When I see those guys these days, we just laugh and say, do you remember when? That's when spoke was spoke, and grooving was grooving, dancing with everything. We were young and we were improving, laughing, laughing with our friends. Holding hands meant something, baby. Outside the club, cherry bomb. Our hearts were really pumping. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Aye. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. 17 has turned 35. I'm surprised that we're still living. If we've done any wrong, I hope that we're forgiven. Got a few kids of my own, and some days I still don't know what to do. I hope that they're not laughing too loud when they hear me talking like this to you. That's when spoke was spoke, and grooving was grooving, dancing with everything. We were young and we were improving, laughing, laughing with our friends. Holding hands meant
strange things in the sky and around the world. Strange beings sighted. What's going on? All around us, conspiracy theories are being discussed. This is the show all about the strange things that are way out there. I'm Gary Russ, and this Way Out There's back with more weird stories of the strange and the bizarre. Keep looking up in the sky and let me know what you see. Way out there. Every third Friday of the month at 3 o'clock Central and anytime on GJRB.
Trying to find a little piece of heaven, so I try to get mine. I keep walking, I'm walking way back home. And I've been thinking about all the little things I couldn't do without. So I keep walking, I'm walking all alone. Sometimes it's just so hard to understand just what it means when you're caught up in the pressure and there's no remedy. I keep walking, I'm walking all alone. And I've been searching through my days and dreams, over all the hilltops and below all the seas. And I've been walking, I'm walking way back home. And I've been feeling some sort of way, trying to share the loving that I feel today. And I keep walking way back home. Sometimes it's just so hard to understand just what it means when you're caught up in the pressure and there's no remedy. I keep walking, I'm walking all alone. So come and join me, cut out the pain and strife. Let me introduce you to the ultimate life. Keep walking, we'll find our way back home. Yeah, and I'm feeling some sort of way, trying to share the loving that I feel today. Walking way back home.
Deceiving many people whose advantage you take. Some may disagree and you put them down. One-sided slander you spread all over town. Now I got real tired of your conniving ways. Decided it was time, so I can't stay. I'll carry on without you another day. But here's what I'm saying. So long, baby, baby, bye-bye. I say so long, baby, baby, bye-bye. So long, baby, baby, bye-bye. I don't need you no more. Bye-bye. Drama queen, always seeking sympathy, making others look bad so maybe they will see how you're always right, everybody else is wrong. Let somebody cross you up, you make sure they are gone. I got real tired of your conniving ways. Decided it was time that I can't stay. I'll carry on without you another day. And here's what I'm saying. So long, baby, baby, bye-bye. I say so long, baby, baby, bye-bye. So long, baby, baby, bye-bye.
Don't need you no more.
Yeah, GJRB Online, Keith Brooks' latest So Long Baby, Baby, Bye Bye. Gary J. Russin with you. Got a sports page coming up. And Shaq was made fun of. I guess they made a bet. And according to this, Shaq made a bet of some kind. And he grows some hair back. And he has like a hairline and all this. So I don't know. I just don't get why they made fun of the guy. But, you know. That's sports, you know. They have nothing better to do when they're just, you know. But they're not playing the game, they're playing the game. You know what I'm saying? This is Frank Tidwell, new emerging artist. On our list, Stop Time.
In my dream we danced all night underneath the street corner lights, surrounded by the neon glow of fireflies. Never have to wonder how, think about why we had to say goodbye. Standing on the brink of forever, we had the world beneath our feet. Never known this crazy kind of freedom. I just wish this dream was reality. On every quiet little moment, I'm staring into your away from this world I'm in. You made me so high, I don't wanna come down from this place up in the sky. I can't believe I'm still dreaming. Wish I could just stop time. Stop time. Between the giving in and giving up, between a rock and a hard place, this is where I'm stuck. My heart just won't let me let go of your sweet love. Living free in my dreams, I just can't seem to get enough. Standing on the brink of forever, we had the world beneath our feet. Never known this crazy kind of freedom. I just wish this dream was reality. For every quiet little moment, I'm staring into your eyes. I seem to break away from this world I'm in. You make me so high, I don't wanna come down from this place up in the sky. I can't believe I'm still dreaming. Wish I could just stop time. Stop time.
GJRB Online on Spreaker across America. Gary J. Russin with you. Gary J. in the afternoon. And Stop Time. Great song there. And we got Mark Emmons coming up. Got a lot of good stuff. New emerging artists all the time here on GJRB Online. Gary J. in the afternoon here on Spreaker. And along with that, good stuff.
GJRB Sports Page Update starts now.
And sports. Yeah, well, every year I guess they do the mock draft. Big event and foolish event, and it seems like from a distance the ground for Indianapolis current and feels the scouts, coaches, and execs and agents are cruising along the city gossiping about off-season to come. Oh, nice. So we're going to talk about that. Also, Shaquille O'Neal made fun of for a bet that he had going over his growing some hair back. It was kind of an interesting story. And Giants Yepsan Gomez, and they talk about that and a lot more coming up throughout the afternoon, along with the fourth quarter sports page update every hour right here on GJRB Online. Gary J. Rose here in the afternoon. All your favorite music, of course. We're a little bumpy here on our broadcast. Some of our songs are cutting out, so if we're skipping, there's nothing I can do about it, folks. It's just the way it is. But please stay tuned, because despite the skipping, we have the greatest music on the radio. New emerging artists all the time right here on GJRB Online. Gary J. Russell with you here
now,
on
a nationwide weather update. This is GJRB's Weather on the Fives.
And take a look at some temperatures across the nation right now. 64 degrees and mostly cloudy skies in Los Angeles. Des Moines, Iowa, checking in 49 degrees. Over to Paducah, Kentucky, 64 degrees and sunshine right now. Houston, Texas, checking in 74. Houston, home of Josh and the Great Guy there. And he's on tonight with that show called Simone Nicole right here on Spreaker. 27 degrees below zero and still cold in Fairbanks, Alaska and Fair. Ambridge, Pennsylvania, back home in my homestead, 51 degrees. Going down the ways, it's Truckee, California, 39 degrees in the Sierra Nevadas. And Lebanon, Tennessee, checking in 63 degrees and sunshine. And you got that little triangle. It means it's an alert, because I noticed people south of us having some storms, and we'll take a look at that coming up next hour. Weather on the fives, 25 and 45 past the hour on our music show. Well, things are going to change there. It just sounds too confusing. Weather on the fives, usually 25 and 45 on this show. The Good Times Great Oldie show and all that. We're going to go 25, 55 on all shows. 25 and 55 or any time in the hour that ends at 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 past the hour. Weather on the fives right here on GJRB Online. And Gary J. Russell with you. Hope you're enjoying the program. Gary J. in the afternoon, playing some great music here on the GJRB Online Network.
Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radio Land. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radio Land. Suicide's increasing among the youth, and many of them playing suicide games. This has to stop. Parents, watch your kids, and if you feel there's something going on and they are considering suicide, please talk to them, help them. And if it seems hopeless, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That number is 1-800-273-8255. They can help. It's free and confidential. Your call will be answered by a trained counselor in a local crisis center. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline can help.
Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.MeWe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end-time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast Wednesdays and run live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJRB.
Whether it's baseball, basketball, hockey, even bowling, it's covered on Gary J's Sports page. I'll talk about what's going on in the world of sports all over the USA. We'll read you interesting articles about the players and even keep up with the scores of the games going on live. I'll even have guests from time to time and just talk sports. Better than any newspaper page, it comes alive. Gary J's Sports page.
Join me for Sports Page at a brand new time, alternating Saturdays at noon on GJRB.
There's a problem on our roads today, and that is the safety of our children boarding and getting off the bus on busy roads. That problem is drivers who don't stop for a school bus when the arm is out, the lights are flashing, and the stop sign is out, leaving kids in danger of getting hit. Violators of this law could get a suspension of their driver's license and a $250 fine. When you see a school bus stop at a corner, letting off kids, stop 25 feet away from the bus. Don't take that chance. A public service announcement from the National Highway Safety Administration and GJRB Online. GJRB.
Sweet smell of roses, the sun in her hair, sings to me softly. She's my beautiful girl, such a smile that could melt ice, as pure as the rain. I'm here at your mercy. She's my beautiful girl, such a beautiful girl. Every time I see you smile, time stands still and I call. All I know is what you are. You're the one I live for. Lay down beside me, touch me with your heart. My mystical priestess, my life's in your arms. She's my beautiful girl, such a beautiful girl. She's my beautiful girl, such a beautiful girl. She's my beautiful girl.
The world, excuse me, sorry about that. Former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg has suspended his presidential campaign after having a bad, disappointing loss in Super Tuesday. Marco Rubio was speaking with Fox News, says that candidates that didn't do so well in the Super Tuesday should be thinking why and should be thinking of other timing.
They don't want to vote for someone that they think is not going to win. They don't want to vote for someone that they think doesn't have a chance to win. And so you can see the bottom fall out pretty quickly.
Bloomberg has endorsed former Vice President Joe Biden. This leaves 4 more candidates running. The World Health Organization has a message for everyone that the World Health Organization has a message for everyone that they will be having global shortage of medical equipment.
The World Health Organization is warning of global outages and shortages of medical equipment. The organization warning of price gouging as well, as around 80 nations are fighting the coronavirus. The WHO urging medical supply companies and governments to boost production by at least 40% to help stop the spread of the respiratory illness.
Meanwhile, there is a progress at work now on the vaccine of coronavirus, according to the Health Secretary Alex Azar, who stated the scientists that the national try it again. I'm having trouble today. There is a progress at work on the vaccine of the coronavirus, according to the Health Secretary Alex Azar, who stated the scientists at the National Institute of Health have identified a possible vaccine, but could take up to a year to be approved. The FDA, meanwhile, saying people are taking more precautions against the virus, especially in public places like gyms. Katie Smith Anna is a vice president of the Valley of the Sun YMCA in Phoenix, Arizona, and she was talking with Fox Channel 10, stating that they're taking some precautions regarding how they clean up stuff. She stated to Fox 10 News on some of the things they're doing to take these precautions and what they're doing.
So we do have daily, weekly protocols of cleaning and disinfecting, and especially when you talk about the gym, you know, those common high touch points. So our locker rooms, we have cardio machines here, our weight training equipment, as well as when you walk into a group fitness studio, grabbing that stability ball or sitting on a mat for that yoga class. We want to make sure that our members feel safe. We also have put a protocol in place that has been in existence. We do have sanitizing wipes throughout our facility that you mentioned. So we want to empower our members that they can take that extra layer of protection to wipe down the equipment before and after use.
Meanwhile, let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, today's stock closing at up 1.173. And that's a high point there for Dow Jones Industrial, up 334 points. Gary Russin, GJRB News. Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radioland. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between, like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radioland. Suicide's increasing among the youth, and many of them playing suicide games. This has to stop. Parents, watch your kids, and if you feel there's something going on and they are considering suicide, please talk to them, help them. And if it seems hopeless, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That number is 1-800-273-8255. They can help. It's free and confidential. Your call will be answered by a trained counselor in a local crisis center. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline can help.
Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.MeWe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end-time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast Wednesdays and run live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJRB.
Whether it's baseball, basketball, hockey, even bowling, It's covered on Gary J's sports page. I'll talk about what's going on in the world of sports all over the USA. We'll read you interesting articles about the players and even keep up with the scores of the games going on live. I'll even have guests from time to time and just talk sports. Better than any newspaper page, it comes alive. Gary J's sports page.
Join me for Sports Page at a brand new time, alternating Saturdays at noon on GJRB.
There's a problem on our roads today, and that is the safety of our children boarding and getting off the bus on busy roads. That problem is drivers who don't stop for a school bus when the arm is out, the lights are flashing, and the stop sign is out, leaving kids in danger of getting hit. Violators of this law could get a suspension of their driver's license and a $250 fine. When you see a school bus stop at a corner, letting off kids, stop 25 feet away from the bus. Don't take that chance. A public service announcement from the National Highway Safety Administration and GJRB Online. This is the GJRB Online Network.
And now, all new music, new artists, and your up-and-coming favorites with Gary J in the afternoon on your independent label station, GJRB.
Woke up one morning like I always do. Poured some coffee, took a shower too. Combed my hair, brushed my teeth. Took a long walk as far as I could see. Days go by, sometimes I get down. Think of family, get out of this town. See my brothers, my sisters too. Nieces and nephews and some cousins too. So here's to Danny, Rose and David too. Here's to Maureen and Mary, Joan and Sue. Here's to little Debbie, so sweet like the cake. Eileen and Colleen, all the love I'll take. All so busy, things to do. We have our lives, we lost our youth. But what won't change, we're all still one. Let's rearrange and get this done. So here's to Danny, Rose and David too. Here's to Maureen and Mary, Joan and Sue. Here's to little Debbie, so sweet like the cat. Eileen and Colleen, the love I'll take. Let's all go back, we were just kids. Living in harmony is what we did. Furthest apart was not very far. Let's go back to play in the yard. So here's to Danny, Rose and David. we'll go back to where we came from, to what we are now, what we've become. Mother and father, they made things right. Let's get this thing together, do some singing tonight. So here's to Danny, Rose, and David too. Here's to Maureen and Mary, Jo, and Sue. Here's to little Debbie, so sweet like a cake. Eileen and Colleen, all the love I'll take.
All right, Jeremy Darnold there with a great song there called Homesick Blues. Great song. Like that one before that. Hey, just stay with me, Gut. You know, I'm sorry about that, folks. Sometimes my tongue gets tight around my throat or tight around something, and I keep messing up my newscast. But, hey, you know, you're getting the news anyway, right? Gary J. Weston with you. Gary J. in the afternoon right here. Hey, coming up this hour, I got some new music. I got some country this hour. I got new music from Gary Unger called the Song Brother with a new song. It's called Oh Country Doll. Stay tuned for that one. Meanwhile, we got a lot of other good songs coming up, and here's some of them. The latest one coming out of Kevin Gross. Yeah, this fabulous song. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's called The Sound of Breaking Hearts, man. I'm telling you, it's on jams.
Of a breaking heart. That's the sound of a breaking heart. That's the sound of a breaking heart.
And we have a lot of good songs coming up, and like I said before, new emerging artist Gary Unger. The new song, brother. We got new music from it. And with that, some other good music. So keep it here on GJRB Online. The Hemingos on the way, and bluegrass with pocket change and some classic country along the way too. All coming up this hour right here on Spreaker across America. Gary J in the afternoon, and we're doing 15 minutes of non-stop music right here on GJRB Online. 15 minutes of music, news, fun, and talk in the 50-minute music hour right here on the GJRB Online Network, right here on Spreaker. So let's keep it going right here on the GJRB Online Network. Yeah. Yeah, you better believe it. Yeah, there was the sound of a broken heart. Hey, coming up on GJRB Online, we'll be having our own record survey. We'll tell you about that. Some of these songs that can get ranked just like the big guys. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Gross.
All over the world, it happens to boys, it happens to girls. Time marches forward, it moves too damn fast. One breath is your first, baby. One breath is your last. And then there's a sound. The sound of a breaking heart. That's the sound of a breaking heart. Oh, no. That's the sound of a breaking heart. That's the sound of breaking heart. That's the sound of a breaking heart. Damn, damn, damn. Well, you can't lie, but you can't hide. And no matter how lonely you feel, you leave people behind. Well, they can't save you, baby. They can't keep you alive. No amount of money, no amount of time. They start making a sound. Hear the sound of a breaking heart. That's the sound of a breaking heart. That's the sound. That's the sound of a breaking heart. The sound of breaking heart. That's the sound of a breaking heart. Oh, that's the sound of a breaking heart. can buy you some time, but no matter how hard you try, you leave people behind. It's a high cost of living, baby. It's a bill we all pay. Death is hard on the living, but the dead get away. They start hearing the sound, making the sound of a breaking heart. Oh God, it's the sound of breaking heart. You know, when you lose somebody in love, damn, breaking heart. It's the sound of breaking heart. That's the sound of breaking heart. That kills you, baby. It's the sound of breaking heart. It's the damn sound of breaking heart.
Well, she strutted to the dance floor at the Red Dog Inn. The band started playing as she began to spin. She rolled around like thunder, with lightning in her eyes. The floor started smoking, the Red Dog came alive. She did the honky-tonk boogie and closed the Red Dog Inn. Well, the drummer came alive and cut a boogie-woogie groove. The band flew into action as they matched their every move. Everybody formed a circle and spurned around the floor. She did the honky-tonk and stopped. They hollered up for more. She did the honky-tonk boogie and closed the Red Dog. She did the honky-tonk boogie. Yeah, the honky-tonk boogie. She did the honky-tonk boogie and closed the Red Dog. She did the honky-tonk boogie. Oh, the honky-tonk boogie. She did the honky-tonk boogie and closed the Red Dog. Now the crowd rushed to join her in a fiery boogie beat. The Red Dog shook and shuddered from the thunder off their feet. The walls crashed around them, but the beat went on and on. And when the dust had settled, they had realized she'd gone. They did the honky-tonk boogie and closed the Red Dog. They did the honky-tonk boogie. Oh, the honky-tonk boogie. They did the honky-tonk boogie and closed the Red Dog. She did the honky-tonk boogie. Well, the honky-tonk boogie. She did the honky-tonk boogie and closed the Red Dog.
GJRB Online on Spreaker across America. Gary J in the afternoon here, playing all your favorite music here in the afternoon, all the news, weather, sports page, and good stuff here on a midweek edition. Got some more good stuff coming up your way. Got some new music from Gary Unger on the way. A song he wrote, but actually not done by this guy named Woody Cochran. And we got Woody coming up in just a little bit, Bill Country Doll. But right now, this is a great bluegrass one. We've been playing this on the Bluegrass Jubilee, which will be coming back to GJRB's airwaves coming up this month. And this is Mark Templeton. It Change. Is there room at the river?
Dear Lord, I've been drifting and lost for so long. I've wasted your favors and done so much wrong. But I'm down to my last prayer and I'm begging you please, is there room at the river for someone like me? Is there room at the river for someone like me? Will I find you waiting to wash my life clean? Lord, I know I can't stand until I fall on my knees. Is there room at the river for someone like me? I know I've tried your patience and I've stolen your gifts. You still reached your hand out, gave my heart a lift. Well, I know that you've been watching and you don't like what you see. Is there room at the river for someone like me? Is there room at the river for someone like me? Will I find you waiting to wash my life clean? Will you tell John the Baptist, oh, to set my soul free? Is there room at the river for someone like me? Oh, is there room at the river for someone like me?
GJRB Online, new emerging artist. We've been playing that for quite a lot of years there. That's Mark Templeton and Pocket Change. Played that quite a bit in our Bluegrass Jubilee, coming back to our airwaves this month. So keep it here on GJRB Online. And it's new music from a guy named Woody Cochran. This is another song written by my good friend Gary Unger, and it's called Oh Country Doll.
Oh, country doll, you have such pretty hair. Oh, country doll, there's nothing that compares. Oh, country doll, you have such warm, sweet lips. Oh, country doll, you're the one that makes me flip. Oh, Lord knows this could be the beginning of a new, real, true love. Oh, man, for me and you. Oh, country doll, you take the time to be the only girl I want, the only one for me. Oh, country doll, you take the time. Oh, country doll, your true love's all mine. Oh, I thank the Lord Almighty up above for sending me someone with all your love. Oh, country doll, Lord knows I really do. Oh, country doll, oh, I love only you. Oh, country doll, you are my favorite one. A pretty true rainbow sent from God above. Oh, country doll, you know my love is true. Oh, country doll, you're as pretty as a true rainbow too. Oh, country doll, you're the one for me and I'm the one for you. Oh, country doll, oh, there's nothing I can do. Oh, your love's so sweet, your kisses, oh, they taste like wine when I'm with you. Oh, I know you're all mine. Oh, country doll, oh, I know you're all mine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Country Doll, Woody Cochran on GJRB Online from the Heartfelt Love album. Good stuff here. Heartfelt Love CD. Absolutely fabulous. And it's called Oh, Country Doll. If you like that one, we'll play it again a little later on. So good new music here on GJRB Online. Coming up a little later on, we got Favorite on the way. Yeah, you probably haven't heard this in a long time. It was a big hit record back in the early 50s. Went to number one, I think, around 1952 by Red Foley. Stick around. Gary J. Russell with you, bringing back some of the great music from a great old time country, rock, oldies, 50s, 60s rock and roll. We played here on GJRB Line. A great variety of music. It's called MOR, Middle of the Road. And, that was the original radio format. A little everything. And that's what we do here on GJRB Online. Play you a little of everything, new emerging artists, and I love doing it. Gary J. in the afternoon right here on Spreaker. And we're heard all across America right here on GJRB Online Network on Spreaker. And, of course, on our 9-foot closed-circuit FM signal, Spreaker FM 88.9 KSPR, 9-foot signal on Clinton's North End, playing all your favorite music. And I'll tell you what, we got some more music coming your way here on GJRB Online Network. Got some more stuff here for you on Weather on the Fives. Do 50 minutes of non-stop music total. Non-stop 50 minutes. And we're doing that right here on GJRB Online. And we'll have more music coming up your way here in just a little bit. Right now, then, we're going to be taking a break here and give you our Weather on the Fives. In a little while, we got take a look at that and give you an update on your weather. So let's do that right now. Weather on the Fives.
Nationwide weather update. This is GJRB's Weather on the Fives.
Let's take a look at some temperatures across the nation. Some current temperatures: 54 degrees in Bismarck, North Dakota. 40 degrees Billings, Montana. 39 degrees Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota. 47 degrees in Detroit, Michigan. 48 in Chicago. It's 55 degrees in St. Louis, Missouri. 63 Washington, D.C. And it's 56 degrees in Charlotte, North Carolina. Getting down south, boy, it's getting nice and warm in the 80s. Look at Orlando. 89 degrees. Man, 82 degrees in Miami, 80 degrees in New Orleans, Louisiana at this time. And there's a flash flood warning out for some areas. We'll give you the details on that coming up a little later on. Meanwhile, 47 degrees in Spokane, Washington as we go out west. Boise, Idaho, 59 degrees. 76 degrees in Sacramento, California. 66 in San Diego, California. Flagstaff, Arizona is 56 degrees. And let's see, tonight's low is going to drop down to 41 for people in Seattle, Washington. Portland, Oregon is going to be 40. 50 degrees in San Francisco. 30 degrees in Fargo, North Dakota. 30 degrees in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Des Moines, Iowa, just halfway across the state, 37. And tomorrow's high And that is areas 40 degrees in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota, 68 expected in Little Rock, Arkansas, 65 expected for Oklahoma City, 68 degrees in Shreveport, Louisiana, and San Antonio checking 73. Let's take a look at some of that bad weather. Here's Weather
More
Nation.
damage continues to come here from Nashville, Tennessee. That whole structure is now leaning a little bit to one side right there and kind of blown out right in the middle. Shows you just how ferocious those winds were when they were coming on through with some of those tornadoes. This happened on Monday night to the overnight into the very early morning hours of Tuesday. Some reports of winds now from some of these tornadoes, which were rated EF2, EF3, upwards of about 160, 165 miles per hour. So obviously, many structures didn't even survive that well. There were many structures absolutely leveled by some of these storms. We lost at least 25 people in these storms. That's the worst. That is the tragic part of it. Buildings can be rebuilt. Lives that are lost cannot. We're thinking about everybody in Nashville again today.
Yeah, I think that's there at Tennessee State University there in Nashville, the bioenergy division there. They do biodiesel fuel tests and, doing some research of what's going on there. But that building destroyed there, as you can see. And that's sort of the norm there across that area of northern sections of the city and Davidson County and back onto the east. You get over to Mount Juliet. I have a niece who the storm went 1 mile away. I mean, complete devastation miles south of her house there. And so it does hit home for a lot of people. We're thinking about all of you there into Tennessee and throughout the rest of the South, even Western Kentucky. I know we had damage there into southeastern Missouri, Western Kentucky, too.
And a lot of damage in Cookeville, Tennessee, about an hour east of Nashville. So it wasn't just Nashville. No. Many areas hit hard by those storms.
Oddly enough, to Cookeville there on the Cumberland Plateau, where you don't think about severe weather very often there into eastern Tennessee, central Tennessee either. Let's talk about what's happening with Viper Radar. We can get into the details of what's going on. The big picture says that we still have some of the heavy rainfall there that goes from Dallas back over to the east, across northern Louisiana and south central sections of the state as well. And listen, we still have a severe threat for the night tonight. It's a slight risk for strong to severe thunderstorms. And so what happened the other night was in a slight risk area. And I remember distinctly talking about the fact that what might happen was going to be out of that risk, and that's the way it originally happened. The risk was further to the west, not for Nashville specifically, and but then it was included. So the weather changes. It's so dynamic that it changes very often within an hour during the day, and especially when it comes to severe weather this time of the year, you can see changes that take place almost immediately.
So we offer products for retirement that help you keep the plans you made. Bright House Financial.
Yeah, and of course, with the signal we're having in here, I can only give you half that weather forecast, unfortunately, because if it cuts out and I have it on pause for like about 3 or 4 minutes, what's going to happen is when it cuts out, I'll lose the recording. So once again, I am sorry about that. I'm going to have to work on something. If we're going to continue to persistently have that problem, I'm going to have to find another way to get that weather report for you. But weather on the 5s, 25 and 55 past the hour now on GJRB Online. Or any time in the hour it ends in 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 past the hour. Weather on the 5s on GJRB Online. And, of course, they're just having a hard time down their cell with that weather. It's not good. And we need to pray for these people because not too good in this area for getting a lot of storms. You do get a lot of tornadoes in Tennessee, and I don't know. I guess if you move down there, be prepared for that kind of weather because that's what you're going to get. Really bad situation there, especially in those areas of Tennessee where they got hit pretty hard with these storms, and that is a shame. And I hope that things get better for them. That's for sure. Meanwhile, though, let's do another news update from the GJRB News Desk. And the latest news: former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg has suspended his campaign for President of the United States. Marco Rubio talked with Fox News, stating that that's the way it's going to go. It could go good or it could go bad. And That's how it goes. Bloomberg, though, endorsed Vice President Joe Biden. The World Health Organization sending a message that the global shortage on medical supplies could be at risk. And, of course, we were talking about this just a moment ago. Major tornadoes and severe storms in Tennessee. And the death toll has risen in that because they found some more bodies in collapsed buildings east of Nashville. And killed were in Putnam County alone. A lot of kids killed. We'll have all these details and a lot more coming up in the next top of the hour. Close to the top of the hour when news breaks. Bottom of the top of the clock, when news breaks, GJRB is there. Gary J. Russin, GJRB Online News. I'm Gary J. Russin at the GJRB News Desk. Hey, take you back about 1951 or 52, somewhere around there is the number one song for Red Foley, Chattanooga, just trying to say this fast backwards, Chattanooga Shoeshine Boy.
Have you ever passed the corner of 4th and Grand where a little ball of rhythm has a shoeshine stand? People gather round and they clap their hands. He's a great big bundle of joy. He pops the boogie woogie rag, the Chattanooga shoeshine boy. He charges you a nickel just to shine one shoe. He makes the oldest kind of leather look like new. You feel as though you want to dance when he gets through. He's a great big bundle of joy. He pops the boogie woogie rag, the Chattanooga shoeshine boy. It's a wonder that the rag don't tear the way he makes it pop. You ought to see him fan the air with his hoppity hibbity hibbity hoppity hoppity hibbity hop. He opens up a business when the clock strikes 9. He likes to get 'em early when they're feeling fine. Everybody gets a little rise and shine with a great big bundle of joy. He pops the boogie woogie rag, the Chattanooga shoeshine boy. Listen, let him go. Don't that tickle you? It's a wonder that the rag don't tear the way he makes it pop. Just listen to him fan the air. Here goes. He opens up a business when the clock strikes 9. He likes to get 'em early when they're feeling fine. Everybody gets a little rise and shine with a great big bundle of joy. He pops the boogie woogie rag, the Chattanooga shoeshine boy. The Chattanooga shoeshine boy.
This is the station from North Clinton, giving you the best in music variety on the nation's top podcast platform, the greatest platform on the planet, Spreaker. This is GJRB Online, the GJRB Online Network.
GJRB Online, Jesus Changes Everything, Rick Gross. And we got sports coming up, and talk a little bit more. Another 50 minutes of nonstop music coming up, too, here on GJRB Online, our last hour of the show. With more great music, and I also will give you our Spreaker shout-outs and promotions coming up. So stay with us right here on GJRB Online. Spreaker, this is good stuff here. And by the way, I was listening to the Ed Doctor yesterday. Absolutely fabulous. Karen Conservative. I had a great show last night and caught a little bit of it. Didn't catch all of it, but I usually listen to the whole thing later on, of course. You can catch it by going on to my Spreaker public site, www.spreaker.com/user/5120525, or check our GJRB Online show right here on Twitter, and you can just go to my site. Takes you right to it by hitting the chat room button. Come on in and say hi. Oh, by the way, if you like our music, you like the new emerging artists that we play, and I play, you can just also hit that like button, because I always love it when the like button's hit. That means there's people out there listening to the show, and it circulates the show around a little bit, too. Gunnison, Colorado, we have a new artist here, and we've been playing it for quite some time. His name is Tommy Willis. This is called Trust in the Lord.
Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge the Lord in all of your ways. He will make your path straight. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge the Lord in all of your ways. He will make your path straight. He will make your path straight. Yes, sir. Jonah got along in the belly of the whale. Daniel in the lion's den. I know a man who lived on faith till the very end. Why, not a good book says without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe. You see, you trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge the Lord in all of your ways. He will make your path straight. He will make your path straight. Yes, it will. Against all hope, Father Abraham, and hope it did believe. God calls things that are not as though they were. More now God said it, I believe it, and that's good enough for me. We do walk by faith and not by what we see. You see, we trust in the Lord with all of our hearts. Lean not on our own understanding. Acknowledge the Lord in all of your ways. He will make your path straight. Yes, it will. He will make your path straight. Faith is being sure of what we hope for, and it is certain of what we do not see. Faith, it surely comes by hearing the word of God, you see. God, you see, yeah. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge the Lord in all of your ways. He will make your path straight. He will make your path straight.
GJRB Online, Spreaker across America. Tommy Willis from Colorado there with a song called Trust in the Lord. Absolutely fabulous music there on GJRB Online here on Spreaker across America. Gary J. Russell with you doing the show in the afternoon. And, of course, Gary J. in the afternoon, among other great music shows here on GJRB Online. And we got a lot of them here on Spreaker. And all you have to do is just check it out. And by going to my Spreaker public site, www.spreaker.com/user/5120525. Or, like I said before, if you're listening to this live on Twitter, you'll find a lot of the great music that we play here. And you like the music, please hit the like button, because I'm always appreciative of people who like the like button. And by the way, I'll let you know that I'm moving Weather on the Fives up about 10 minutes because I find it works better with the news and everything. So we're going to be doing a different way now, and I'm giving you the details coming up on some of the changes here at GJRB Online here on Spreaker. As far as that's concerned, and you're welcome to come into the chat room and say hi. Even though I might get busy every once in a while, but I usually check it from time to time, see if there's anybody out there. I already posted a lot on the thing. You can also, I'm not sure. I think I do have my Skype open, and you can check it out on Skype. I am active on Skype right now, so if you are in the Skype line, just type in Gary.Russin in the Skype line there, and hit that call button, and we should get you on there if you want to say hi. I'm always glad we get some listeners out there. I know there's a lot of them out there. We just have to find them. That's all there is to it. Yeah, it's crazy. Sometimes I just don't get listeners at all on our live music shows, and sometimes I do. And it depends on the afternoon people coming home, whether or not they like this kind of music. But I just because I just enjoy doing radio, so it really don't matter. I just see who's out there. I post all over the place, and I post every hour, and I'm still working on that. Once I get a printer ink, I'll be able to make a new radio log with a reminder to post every hour. It is a it's work in progress. Let's put it that way, because it takes a lot together, and I have it come out like that. And of course, my news hasn't been. My news is kind of tongue-tied today too, so it's crazy. Anyway, hope you're enjoying it anyhow. The Gary J. Russell with you here on GJRB Online. We'll have a sports page coming up with a sports page update. We'll do that one coming up in the next half hour. We kind of move our sports page update around too. If I'm not ready for a sports page update, I usually do it later on in the next hour. We're doing 50 minutes of nonstop music too coming up as we put an end to this 50. Another 50 coming up real soon here on GJRB Online. And if you like our programming, please drop me a line here and just let me know you're there. Gary.Rust on Skype, and of course Facebook listeners. I post all over the place on all the chat rooms and stuff. So I'm hoping maybe we get some responses. That's the whole deal, and I'm working on that one. All right, tell you what we're going to do right now, and I hope you'll stay with me, because I got some more great music coming up here on GJRB Online. And let's
now a nationwide weather update. This is GJRB's Weather on the Five.
And we're going to keep on top of that storms going on down south and all that. Boy, I'll tell you, those people in Tennessee are in pretty bad shape. And I saw some of the collapsed houses, some of the structures that got it. Man, it's horrible. Oh, jeez. Here's Paducah, Kentucky, 64 degrees and sunny skies. And I'm going to refresh this page because I know a lot of, temperatures have changed over the past hour, so we're going to kind of throw it into the update page here and see what's cooking here. San Francisco, California, 71 degrees right now in fair. Manhattan, New York City, 55 degrees in fair. And Schuler Park near Chicago, 47 degrees in sunshine. Boston, Massachusetts, 47 in fair. Houston, Texas, 62 degrees. And cloudy skies right now. And we'll do another Weather on the Fives update coming up again pretty close to the 25 after mark. And I do Clinton area weather coming up for people listening here in Clinton. Weather on the Fives, 25 and 55 past the hour. Coming up as we head close to the hour. And we'll do Weather on the Fives again next hour. So we're moving Weather on the Fives up about 10 minutes. But we'll just kind of give you a few temperatures along the way too. Yeah, because it's kind of an informative program, and I like to let people know, some of the temperatures around. So let's get back into music. Sounds good. We're going to get ready for that coming up in just a little bit. We got some classics coming the way, and some more great music. So keep it here on GJRB Online, and we'll have all the good stuff here for you on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. Gary J. Rustin with you, and good music coming up here in just a couple of minutes, with a lot of really good songs. So keep it here on GJRB Online. And by the way, if we're going to give you our program schedule too. Now, I'm not going to be on the air tomorrow. Just I'll let you know about that. No radio tomorrow, because I have some production that needs to be done. And it takes a lot of work to put these radio shows together for me. So sometimes I have to, take a day off the air and reboot. So that's what I have to do every once in a while. So no show tomorrow. But we'll be back on the air on Friday as we return our first of the month monthly jazz. Smooth jazz, smooth afternoon jazz weekend this weekend here on GJRB Online. We'll have our wave of smooth jazz on Friday. Full day of smooth jazz all afternoon. Some great classic jazz too as well of the weekend. And we'll have our wave of smooth jazz and jazz on Saturday. And the best of jazz Saturday afternoon. Got some more new jazz classics. I'm going to be going through reviewing some new tracks I've found. Some more classic stuff from John Coltrane. We're going to play a lot of that too. You're going to want to check that out. John Coltrane and a few other ones that I'll be playing. I have a lot of really good jazz. So we want to tune into that broadcast. Jazz broadcast right here on GJRB Online for you here. And let you know exactly what's going on in the jazz world. The best of jazz and all that this weekend right here on GJRB Online. We got another 50 minutes of nonstop music coming up next. So if you'll keep it here on GJRB Online on Spreaker, and we'll roll in with some good music. So keep it here on the GJRB Online Network here on Spreaker for the best in music, the best of jazz, and all the great programming we have here on GJRB Online. If you like our program, hit the like button on all our shows. I really, really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. We're going to take a break here locally on the 9-foot side, and I've got some more good stuff coming up after the news right here on GJRB Online Network. Stay tuned. The blues, the primary start to rock and roll music, the music in which artists express their feelings through music. This is a new blues show featuring the best of the blues, with new emerging artists getting their thrill of hearing their selections played along with the greats like Muddy Waters, B.B. King, and Etta James, along with a whole lot more.
The doors open soon.
To the Blues House on GJRB.
Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.mewe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
Bonnie's Scenic Tavern, 21.
The blues, the primary start to rock and roll music, the music in which artists express their feelings through music.
This is a new blues show featuring the best of the blues, with new emerging artists getting their thrill of hearing their selections played along with the greats like Muddy Waters, B.B. King, and Etta James, along with a whole lot more.
The doors open soon.
To the Blues House on GJRB. End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end-time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast Wednesdays and run live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJRB. Suicide's increasing among the youth, and many of them playing suicide games. This has to stop. Parents, watch your kids, and if you feel there's something going on and they are considering suicide, please talk to them, help them. And if it seems hopeless, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That number is 1-800-273-8255. They can help. It's free and confidential. Your call will be answered by a trained counselor in a local crisis center. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline can help.
There's a problem on our roads today, and that is the safety of our children boarding and getting off the bus on busy roads. That problem is drivers who don't stop for a school bus when the arm is out, the lights are flashing, and the stop sign is out, leaving kids in danger of getting hit. Violators of this law could get a suspension of their driver's license and a $250 fine. When you see a school bus stop at a corner, letting off kids, stop 25 feet away from the bus. Don't take that chance. A public service announcement from the National Highway Safety Administration and GJRB Online.
If you're a new emerging artist and want your songs out there, the place to go is Reverb Nation. Reverb Nation, a website purely devoted to new music from new artists from every town and every state in the U.S. If you're a solo artist and recording your own music, it's Reverb Nation. Stop on by, visit, listen to the music, check out the site, www.reverbnation.com. Put your music out there and gain an audience. Go to Reverb Nation for the best in new music. And remember, if you like your songs played on GJRB Online is up and coming, drop me an email at GaryJ65@yahoo.com. And I'll be playing your song on all GJRB Online shows. Remember the name, Reverb Nation.
That sound more like everyone else than anyone else.
Hey, all right, it's Kip Casper.
Spreaker is the website which turns anyone into a radio DJ. Log on to Spreaker.com for listening to thousands of radio channels and start creating your own radio today.
Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.MeWe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
I have seen a million miles.
This is the GJRB Online Network.
And now, all new music.
Okay, we're back on the air. Oops, I almost forgot the news, didn't I? Pretty close to the top of the hour anyway. Pretty close to it. As we get close to the 5 o'clock hour, we've got some more great music coming your way as we head into the final hour of Gary J in the afternoon, right here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker. Thanks a lot for tuning in. And we have really good stuff coming up, so keep it here. And you got your request in there, too. If I get some stuff as the last hour, I'm going to post again this hour and see if there's anybody out there listening today. And I got a lot of really good music coming your way here on GJRB. So the news is a little late. We're just going to do a wrap-up of all the stories we've been covering for you this afternoon. And maybe one more sports update here along the way, too. conversational sports page. So see you right here on GJRB Online. It's 5 o'clock Central Standard Time right now. And don't forget, this weekend, we'll be moving the clocks ahead 1 hour. Saturday night and the Sunday. We'll give you details during the weekend when we do our jazz. Yep, that's right. Saturday night and the Sunday, we'll be going to daylight savings time. You better believe it. 6 o'clock Central Standard Time right now. 5 o'clock Central Standard, 6 o'clock Eastern, and it is 3 o'clock Pacific right here on GJRB Online.
This is the GJRB Online Network.
And from the GJRB News Desk, I'm Gary J. Russin. And the news stories right now going on, we have a report from the World Health Organization stating that there's danger of a shortage.
The World Health Organization is warning of global outages and shortages of medical equipment. The organization warning of price gouging as well, as around 80 nations are fighting the coronavirus. The WHO urging medical supply companies and governments to boost production by at least 40% to help stop the spread of the respiratory illness.
And that shortage, and they're kind of concerned about that one. Also in the news this afternoon, we 4 more candidates left over. 4 more candidates left over after former New York governor, the New York mayor, Bloomberg, Michael Bloomberg, decided he was going to just opt out after a bad Super Tuesday. Bloomberg stated that, according to this report, Marco Rubio was on a recent Fox program, and he was stating the fact that, I don't know, he says that people who lose on Super Tuesday, and let's see where I can find my news here. People who lose Tuesday, where is that piece now? See, I should have that ready. There it is. Okay, here we go. People who lose on Super Tuesday need to do some thinking.
They don't want to vote for someone that they think's not going to win. They don't want to vote for someone that they think doesn't have a chance to win. And so you can see the bottom fall out pretty quickly.
Meanwhile, the coronavirus spreading, but a lot of people are taking more precautions, including some people in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona's YMCA has registered that they're doing all they can to keep people safe from the coronavirus.
So we do have daily, weekly protocols of cleaning and disinfecting, and especially when you talk about the gym, those common high-touch points. So our locker rooms, we have cardio machines here, our weight training equipment, as well as when you walk into a group fitness studio, grabbing that stability ball or sitting on a mat for that yoga class. We want to make sure that our members feel safe. We also have put a protocol in place that has been in existence. We do have sanitizing wipes throughout our facility that you mentioned. So we want to empower our members that they can take that extra layer of protection to wipe down the equipment before and after use.
And that's a look at our news, the bottom and the top of the clock to keep you on top on all daily newscasts. Gary J. Russin, GJRB News. And we're back to the final hour of music here on GJRB Online. And we're going to wrap up our hour with another 50 minutes of nonstop music. Got some really good stuff coming your way, some more classics. Got some more favorites here. So keep it here on GJRB Online. New hour of music starting up right now. 50 minutes of nonstop music to wrap up the show.
And now, all new music, new artists, and your up-and-coming favorites with Gary J in the afternoon on your independent label station. GJRB.
Who will lend a hand to their fellow man? Who will show the love of
A young man in a wheelchair, no feeling in his limbs, taking what life's dealt him with his silly grins. But he's looking to that final day when he can be made new and he can run and play. And here's a man in prison paying for his deeds, wants to be with his family, providing for their needs. He's had a change of heart, but still he has to pay. Now he is living for that glorious day. 'Cause he was born to run, born to fly, born to be free like the wind in the trees. When the Savior comes to take him home, he will be free like he was meant to be. A woman in her final days, all her friends gone, trying to remember all that she has done. She talks about those people that help her every day, and she can't wait for heaven, and we often hear her say, that I was born to run, born to fly, born to be free like the wind in the trees. When the Savior comes to take me home, I will be free like I wanted to be. And I was born to run and born to fly, born to be free like the wind in the trees. When the Savior comes to take us home, we will be free like we were meant to be. Like we were meant to be.
If you wanna be loved, oh baby, you gotta love me too. If you wanna be loved, baby, you gotta love me too. Oh yeah, 'cause I ain't for no one-sided love affair. If you wanna be kissed, well, you gotta kiss me too. Oh yeah, if you wanna be kissed, baby, you gotta kiss me too. Oh yeah, 'cause I ain't for no one-sided love affair. Well, a fair exchange bears no robbery, and the whole world will know that it's true. Understanding solve those problems, baby, that's what I'm telling you. If you wanna be hugged, well, you gotta hug me too. Oh yeah, if you wanna be hugged, baby, you gotta hug me too. Oh yeah, 'cause I ain't for no one-sided love affair. Well, a fair exchange bears no robbery, and the whole world will know that it's true. Understanding solve those problems, baby, that's what I'm telling you. If you wanna be loved, baby, you gotta love me too. Oh yeah, if you wanna be loved, baby, you gotta love me too. Oh yeah,
there's nothing more and nothing less that you can do or say. Just so you know, there's really no need to confess. Can't change yesterday. Just so you know, I will always stand beside. And if you decide to tell the story that you've been keeping deep inside, it's one that I know. Just so you know. Feel like crying, I'm familiar with those tears. Just so you know, the remedies that you've been trying won't help you with your fears. Just so you know, I'm standing here beside you. And if you need someone to tell about the sadness you're feeling deep inside you, one I know too well. Just so you know that I love you so. Just so you know you'll never be there's beauty in the sorrow. It can help you find your way. Just so you know, if you're afraid to face tomorrow, I'm here for you today. Just so you know, I will always be beside you. And if you need someone to tell the story that you've been keeping deep inside, just so you know that I love you so. Just so you know there'll be just so you know.
Oh yeah, just so you know. Great song there. That's J. David Kerr. And you're listening to GJRB Online on Spreaker across America. Station that brings you a great variety of music and new emerging artists all the time. The best variety of music on GJRB.
I wanna be your lover. I wanna be your number one. If you just let me into your heart. Please, man, let me into your heart. Come and help me. Love can be yours. Let us be together. Let us be an example must let me into your life. Please, man, let me into your heart. Come on, help me, love can be yours.
GJRB Online on Spreaker across America, Warlock, and let me be your lover. Yeah, you better believe that. And of course, J. David Kerr, and just so you know, and One Sided Love Affair is from Ronnie G. Gary J. Russell with you. Of course, Jimmy Gentry started the hour with Prairie Breeze, Born to Fly. Great song. Fabulous stuff. Gary J. Russ with you. Gary J. in the afternoon. I hope you're enjoying the program wherever you're listening across the USA. And like I said before, you mark that like button. Smash so we know that you're out there. Because there's a lot of people out there listening to this Spreaker, GJRB Online in the afternoon program. And I don't have much to say. And sometimes I can say the same things over and over again. And, I tend to repeat myself quite a bit. But, other than that, this is not a bad show after all. You know what I'm saying? And you're hearing new music. You're not hearing the same music you're hearing on the Clear Channel station in your area, right? You're hearing some new stuff. You're hearing some great stuff. You're hearing songs you haven't heard for a while. And maybe even some songs that you might like that are brand new emerging artists. And we'll be playing more of that. By the way, speaking of new emerging artists, we debuted late last year the return of Up and Coming. That show will be returning to our airwaves as well, coming up next month. Brand new, up and coming, will be returning to airwaves here on GJRB Online. We'll repeat the last episode, and then we're going to pick up the season with some new music, working on some brand new artists, brand new selections. So keep it here on GJRB Online, and we'll keep you up to date on that new sound, new music here on GJRB Online, new emerging artists. Because I love playing it for you right here on GJRB Online. New emerging artists all the time right here on Spreaker. So keep it here on that right here.
A GJRB Sports Page Update starts now.
And we're going to do a little conversational sports page in a little bit here. And it says that Mike Tyson broke down to tears in a recent conversation with his hero Sugar Ray Leonard after he admitted he is now nothing following his retirement of boxing. Former heavyweight championship welcomed former 5-weight world champion on his podcast called Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. In an emotional heart-to-heart, Mike Tyson stated that he appeared in the ring in 2005, reflecting on the way he had changed his perception in the public, seeing he is no longer feared. He stated that, quote, "I know the art of fighting, I know the art of war, and that's all I've ever studied. And that is why I'm so feared." He said that why he feared, and that's why he feared me, and I was in the ring, and of course I was the annihilator, and that's all I was born for. And these days are gone, it's empty, and I have nothing. He says, "I'm working on being an art of humbleness." He stated the reason that why I'm crying, he said, "because I am not that person no more, and I miss him." The 53-year-old then admitted that he feared his former self occasionally lost control of the Illustrated by the notorious ear-biting incident. Remember that one? Remember the ear-biting incident? Yeah. And that one, I think, kind of threw him out of the ring, didn't it? And his 1997 fight against Evander Holyfield. And as I remember straight, that ear-biting incident kind of screwed him up. Be honest with you, because you just never heard of him after that. You know what I'm saying? Just never heard of him after that. That's a shame, because Tyson was in his time was one to reckon with. Here's some games in the NBA tonight, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. Boston will play Cleveland. Oklahoma will play Detroit. Indiana plays Milwaukee. Orlando playing Miami. That's at 6:30. Also 6:30, Memphis against Brooklyn. Utah will play New York at 6:30. At 7 o'clock, it's Chicago Bulls playing up against Minnesota Timberwolves. At 8:30, New Orleans going to play Dallas, and Washington up against Portland. And some of the college action. You've been checking some of the college basketball action. We got that coming up. And I got to tell you something, folks. It's looking real interesting for that Final Four. Iowa Hawkeyes had a real good game this past weekend. And we'll take a look at some of that scores. Had some interesting scores there. Let's take a look at some of these guys here. Texas, here's some of the games coming up again. 6 o'clock p.m., and I think this is today. I'm pretty sure of it. Texas A&M against Auburn. Georgetown will play Creighton. TCU up against Kansas. These are 7 o'clock games. 7:30, Villanova will play Seton Hall. 8 o'clock, Virginia plays Miami. Florida State will play against Notre Dame at the same time. 8 o'clock also brings you Dayton against Rhode Island. And Northwestern will play Wisconsin. And, of course, we're looking and excited about baseball. How about those Cubs? They've been doing pretty good in the preseason. I've been watching some of the games, and I tell you what, John Lester's pitching's improving. It is. Right now, into the ninth inning, Cubs are tied with Cincinnati 6-6. 6-6 in the end of the ninth inning. Chicago Cubs are tied with Cincinnati. And coming up, here's some of the games coming up. I'm not sure. These are preseason games. I think they're starting. These are tonight. 5:35, Philadelphia playing New York. 7:05, San Francisco will play Los Angeles. And games finishing out. Let's take a look at some of the final scores. Detroit Tigers beat out Boston Red Sox 13-9. Miami Marlins beating out Houston Astros 2-1. Some more finals here. Pittsburgh Pirates lost. Philadelphia beating let's see. Atlanta Braves beating out the other Pittsburgh team. So they're kind of split. It was a split game. 9-7. Atlanta over Pittsburgh. Baltimore over Miami 5-3. And Tampa Bay over Toronto 9-5. And 4-1. That was New York Mets beating St. Louis 4-1. Chicago White Sox won, though. They beat Milwaukee Brewers 5-1. And we had Texas Rangers over the Colorado Rockies 7-4. And again, tied up in in preseason baseball, they never really go into extra innings. You ever notice that? In preseason baseball, they never go into extra innings. They end the game with a tie. I just thought that was kind of interesting. 6-6 final. 2-0 Seattle against Mariners. Seattle Mariners got beat by Los Angeles 2-0. And Kansas City Royals beat out San Diego Padres 9-7. And finally, the Cleveland Indians beating out Arizona 6-2. Sports page right here on GJRB Online will keep you up to date on all the scores and all the American League, National League, and all that stuff. And don't forget, coming up, not this week, next Wednesday, we'll be doing the Gary Russell program, a midweek edition over on Podbean. The following week on the 18th, I will be doing a show. That will be on the 18th, and that will be a sports page. We're going to do sports page 2 weeks in a row, the 18th and the 25th. So check that out, and we'll keep you up to date on it. So that's a look at our sports page update. We're a little past weather on the fives, but what the heck, we're still going to
now a nationwide weather update. This is GJRB's Weather on the 5.
And I thought we'd just kind of wrap it up by giving you some interesting weather. And, a lot of people in the South are really suffering out these storms. I mean, that tornado is horrible. That really did a lot of devastation over pretty much the Nashville, Tennessee, and that. Well, I mean, that's a sad shame there. A lot of people losing their homes, a lot of destruction, a lot of buildings torn apart, lives lost. Really bad tornado in Nashville. Really terrible. 45 degrees right now in Clinton, Iowa. Right now it feels like 43. We have the winds out of the southwest at 4 miles per hour, gusting to 6. Our relative humidity, 46%. And dew points, 26. Clear right now outside our Sprinkler Studios. Not bad outside. It's really looking pretty good. Clear. Let's see. Visibility 10 miles. Barometric pressure 30.08 inches of mercury. And right now, here's our forecast for just this next couple of days. First, before we do that, we have a moderate on that UV index, 36 air quality, and 0% chance of precipitation for tonight. A few passing clouds, a low about 33. South winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow's going to get a bit windy, high of 49. Partly cloudy skies, gusty winds developing during the afternoon, a high of 49 degrees. It'll be west winds at about 20 to 30 miles per hour with wind gusts possible. So it's going to get kind of windy again tomorrow. Windy again tomorrow night. Cloudy skies becoming partly overnight, a low about 28 degrees with northwest winds 20 to 30 miles per hour. And again, higher wind gusts. So it's going to get very windy again tomorrow. And I go up to our church. It gets windy. We have a kind of a wind tunnel in that parking lot at our church. It's pretty wild. Gotta tell you. Man. Anyway, weather on the 5s, 25, and it's going to be now. Now, I moved it back for quite a long time. When we were on the 45-minute plan, I had a 25 and 45. But now, since we have expanded to that 3-hour plan, I'm jumping my weather back up 10 minutes on all shows because it's just getting too confusing to say that all the time. So all shows are going to be 25, 55. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 55 past the hour on all music shows, 20 and talk shows. 25, 55 daily on all GJRB programs. 25, 55 all the time. Okay, 25, 55 all the time, or any time of the hour that ends at 5 when we get crazy, we do stuff, we skip the weather. Usually we'll do weather anytime that ends at 5, 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 past the hour right here on GJRB Online. 5:30 Central Standard Time. And don't forget, move your clocks ahead 1 hour this weekend. And I'll be announcing that Jazz Weekend here on GJRB Online, just to let you know. We'll be going to daylight savings time. Yeah, we're going to be going back to daylight. I'm not looking forward to that. I like longer daylight. And look at it right now. It's 5:31 and it's bright outside. And we're gonna have later sunsets. It's gonna be fabby. Be outside a little bit longer. And the kids can be outside just a little bit longer. And that's great. It really is. And I think that we can get a lot of really need it. More really good longer weather forecast. So longer days. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Longer days. And to be outside and stuff. Doing outside activities. Of course, take your devices on your smartphones outside when you're working outside. GJRB Online here on Spreaker. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we'll do our Spreaker shout-outs and promotions right after the Castaway Stealth Mosquitoes on GJRB.
I must have been here before, as I gaze along the shore, leaving footprints in the sand, a stranger in a strange land. I must have loved you long ago. My memory seems to tell me so. The beauty that I'm sure I knew appears before me in radiant hue. Take me higher than the rainbow, down through the afterglow, across to the other side. Find me a place where I can hide. I must have heard you in a dream, calling me so it would seem. Our flesh entwined in love embrace. Your heart was mine as
GJRB Online Stealth Mosquitoes. Castaway. Gary J. Russell with you here online. It's some radio for GJRB Online. They put on some good programs. They got some real. And, they put on some good stuff. I like to listen to a lot of their music. And a lot of their programs. A lot of DJs out there broadcasting here on Spreaker. And I gotta tell you, we gotta promote them. Because they're fabulous people. We got some really good ones. Tonight here on Spreaker, a little later on after we get off the air, about a couple hours later on here, about 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. And at 6 o'clock Pacific. And if you're on the West Coast, and of course if you're in the East, you can listen at 9 o'clock. Tonight, that's Simone Nicole. He is out of... It's dedicated to his daughter who died as a baby. But he puts on a good program. He plays music. He plays a lot of good songs, and he gives you advice on health foods and recipes and stuff like that. It's Simone Nicole tonight, 8 o'clock Central Time, right here on Spreaker. And check out all that. It's right tonight, live, right here on Spreaker, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, right here on GJR on the Spreaker. And of course, along with that, we have some other great podcasters too. You want to check out. Usually daily, don't know when he's going to be on. He's kind of a surprise podcaster, you know what I'm saying? But he puts on a good show. He comes out of Algonquin, Illinois. He is known as Bob the Handyman Huber. Check out Bob Huber. And he puts on a good show. He talks a lot about sports, talks about all kinds of stuff like that. If you're into wrestling, he talks about that. Talks a lot about movies and superheroes and all that good stuff. But check out his program. It's called The Huber Experience. Check it out. Huber Experience out of Algonquin, Illinois. And 7 mornings a week, 365 days a year, you want to listen to the Mike Myers Show, Radio Hope Network. 7 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, a.m. in the morning, 8 o'clock. 7 o'clock if we live in the mountains. Mountain time. 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. It's the Mike Myers Show, Radio Hope Network. And that's out of Boone, Iowa. Gives you a lot of news, related to family and love and God. It's just fabulous, and you want to check him out. He has a good show too. Tune in to the Mike Myers Show. It's called Radio Hope, and don't forget you can check out Mike Myers by getting it. If you are if you use TuneIn. Just go in there, you can listen to a thing called Muck Radio. Now, Muck Radio is a 24/7 stream run by Mike. That's so good on that. You gotta tune into that. I gotta tell you, he puts on some good programs. Christian rock, Christian music. He has a great mixture. Has radio drama, Lamplighter Theater, and of course, he has other ones too. On Shackled. Yeah. It's fabulous right there. So check it out. 10 o'clock at night Central Standard Time. And tune into that. That's 24/7 stream Muck Radio. Just type in Muck Radio in the search engine. MUKRADIO. Muck Radio. Mike Myers program. And I want to check out the one tonight. Want to tune in a little later on tonight. About 9 o'clock Central Standard Time for Fade the Black. All you Fadernauts out there, check out some of the great conversation going on with Jimmy Church and Fade the Black. At 11 o'clock, Spaced Out Radio with David Scott from Canada, British Columbia. Again tonight, live stuff. Never know what that guy's going to have on. Check out his website. That is Spaced Out Radio website. And he's got, he'll give you all the, he has all the guests that are going to be on there, who's going to be on the show, and he has all kinds of interesting news on there too. I use that a lot for my Way Out There show that I do, Strange but True. So check it out, Dave Scott, and that is Spaced Out Radio tonight, SOR, 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, right here on Spreaker. Where do you find all these great podcasters? Well, I can tell you where you can find a lot of these guys. All you have to do is get on my Spreaker public site, www.spreaker.com/user/5120525, and or get on my Twitter page. You'll listen to this show live right there. So just click in, say hi in the chat room, search, you'll see all the people I follow. All the people I follow, even the ones I don't mention. Because I don't mention all of them because there's so many on my page. So many that, mentioning all of them would take forever. But I do it. I could do it if I wanted to, but I don't. But you can check it out anyway. Just go in there, my main page, my profile page, and there's a thing there called followers and following. And we've had some new ones we just put in there. Flavor of music. Yeah, she puts on some good stuff. I had to check and see what time her shows are on. I'm going to do that. Simone Nicole, we mentioned that. He's on tonight. N3, great music. MT Aviation Network. Quest Nation puts on a program. Zachary Baroque, otherwise known as Zach Man, Zach Attack. He's on MTFB Aviation Network. Byron from Wicked Piston Radio. These guys are funny. You check them out. They're out of Boston. And, of course, Black Dog Radio. Absolutely fabulous guys there. And these are all right here on Spreaker. You'll find all of them. Check them out. Listen to them. Because I'll tell you what, that's how you get all these programs. And like I said before, our show, you like to do the Gary J. in the afternoon, like and share. Hit that like button, share the program among friends. Listen to some great music right here on GJRB Online. That's right here on Spreaker. And if you are a Spreaker follower, thank you so much. And we have a few new ones, and we mentioned a few of those. But if you want to be part of that and join me and follow on Spreaker, all you have to do is get in there. SPREAKER, Spreaker, and broadcast to the world. Don't forget, Blues every Monday night right here on Spreaker with Blues in the Night with Walter M. Duval. You can check it out by going to my followers. You'll see that there. Blues in the Night. And, of course, on Sunday nights, has Sensational Sundays. And puts on some good stuff, too. You want to check that out. Sensational Sundays right here on Spreaker. And that is our Spreaker shout-outs and promotions. And, of course, we're also on GJRB Online, also on Podbean. That's GJRB Online, too, on Podbean. Different programming on there, various days. And, of course, we have Black Dragons Radio coming back soon. I've been talking to him online the past couple of days. I talked to him yesterday in the chat room in my messenger on Facebook, and he's due to come back. He's working on getting things together to get his show back on, and we're looking forward to hearing from him because it's been a while since we heard from this guy. He puts on a good show. He's fabulous. Check it out. He comes out of Texas. That is Black Dragons, BJ McNamara. We've been talking to him all week, pretty much. Well, past couple of days. He's been busy getting rebuilt, and he's going to be getting back on the air real soon. So check him out. That is over on. He's been on just about every night. Over on Podbean. So check it out. Remember, just download the Podbean app on your devices and check out all the great shows that you hear on Podbean. And you can participate in the show, call-in function there. I mean, you can't beat that. I'm telling you what. That is a great place to be for great programming. Podbean. And we'll be back on next week on Podbean. So you'll be able to tune in to some great radio. Again, live show, Gary Russell Program Movie Edition next week on Podbean. So make sure you tune in for that. Okay? All right. Winding down to a close on this program. And, it's... we're getting close to the end of the show. But we still have some great music coming your way. GJRB Music coming up next. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in to Gary J in the afternoon right here on GJRB Online. Don't forget, tomorrow we will not be on the air, as I told you before. So just to let you know, we'll not be on the air. Because like I said before, this doubles as a production studio, and sometimes I need it as a production studio. So some days I can't be on the air live and do production because I don't have the function of being able to run the station and do production because I don't have two studios. I have two studios, but one's at the church. I use that for production right now, but we will be broadcasting from there as well too. So, I'm working on that daily. So just to let you know about that. But we'll be back on the air Friday. And, of course, I have to prep for my Friday broadcast anyway because we got a jazz weekend. Smooth jazz, we got the best of jazz on Saturday. But we have the wave of smooth jazz on Friday, live at 3 o'clock, smooth afternoon, and smooth jazz through the evening. And, of course, the return of Easy Nights. I'll be working to get that rebroadcast too. That's fabulous. It's a program dedicated to those beautiful music stations that used to play on quite a bit. And we're going to be playing some of that real nice soft music to get you to rest and to sleep on Friday night. So tune in to Easy Nights right here, 10 p.m. Central Standard, right here on GJRB Online, right here on Spreaker. Yeah, you better believe it. Yeah, let's get back into more music for a little while, though. Yeah, this is Adrian J. Pratt, Derail.
Like opposites do. Eventually they came together. Everything was new. He worked in finance in the office on the 19th floor. She stood behind the deli counter at the local grocery store. They had a cute little house, 2 up, 2 down, with a view of the riverside.
Adrian J. Pratt, GJRB Online here on Spreaker. Gary J. Russin here, and Gary J. in the afternoon. That's going to wrap it up for our edition of Gary J. in the afternoon show for today. We'll be back again real soon with another edition of Gary J. in the afternoon. And don't forget, we're trying to work on that Gary J. in the morning return too. We're trying to work on that, but we're getting there. It'll come to fruition. Probably this summer we'll work on that Gary J. It was a summer replacement show anyway, kind of in a way. Not a replacement or anything, but trying to work on getting the Gary J. in the morning show and Gary J. in the afternoon, sometimes on the same day. You just never know what's going to happen here on GJRB Online, because GJRB Online still is spontaneous. We'll be having the spontaneous summer this year, so we got a lot happening, you know. So keep it here on GJRB Online. Got our great music coming your way. Gary J. in the afternoon. We'll have another edition. Don't forget Gary's program coming soon next week. And we got Smooth Jazz and Smooth Afternoon coming up on Friday right here on GJRB Online. Smooth Jazz, great smooth jazz. Wave of smooth jazz starting anytime early. And then about 3 o'clock, we have the Smooth Afternoon news, weather, sports page, all that good stuff coming up for you. That's coming up on Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock Central. Until then, have yourself your best night ever. Leave you with Tears for Fears. So long.
Even while we sleep,
If he brings you happiness, then I wish you both the best. It's your happiness that matters most of all. But if he ever breaks your heart, if the teardrop ever start, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Si te quiere de verdad y te da felicidad, te deseo lo más bueno para los dos. Pero si te hace llorar, a mí me puedes hablar y estaré contigo cuando triste estás. I'll be there anytime you need me by your side to drive away every teardrop that you cry. And if he ever leaves you blue, just remember I love you, and I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. And I'll be there before the next teardrop falls.